Finding the right fractional controller for your business can feel like navigating a labyrinth. You think you've found the right path, only to realize you've been led astray by misleading signs and false promises. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of flashy ads and enticing offers, but if you want a true fractional controller who can elevate your financial strategy, you need to know what to look for. So, let's dive into this together and make sure you're getting a real fractional controller. First off, let's talk about why you're even considering hiring a fractional controller. Maybe your business is growing and you need someone to help manage the complexities of your financial operations. Or perhaps you're at a point where you need strategic guidance to forecast your future and align your operations with your goals. Whatever the reason, you're looking for someone who can provide more than just basic bookkeeping or tax advice. You want a partner in your financial journey, someone who can help you navigate the waters of growth and profitability. But here's the catch, not all fractional controllers are created equal. In fact, many so-called fractional controllers out there are really just CPAs or bookkeepers masquerading as the strategic partners you need. This is where things can get tricky. You might think you're hiring a fractional controller, but you could end up with someone who is just going to crunch numbers and give you a tax report at the end of the year. That's not what you need. You need someone who can look ahead, who can help you strategize for the future, and who can align your financial operations with your business goals. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to find a legitimate, high-impact fractional controller. First, avoid CPA firms. Now, I know that might sound counterintuitive. After all, CPAs are experts in numbers, right? But here's the thing, CPA firms are often seasonal, and during their off-season, they might try to supplement their income by offering controller services. However, CPAs are primarily focused on organizing existing numbers and providing tax or GAAP advice. They typically lack the forward-looking, operational, and strategic approach that a true fractional controller brings to the table. You want someone who can help you not just understand where you've been, but also where you're going. Next, be cautious of services that seem bookkeeper or CFO oriented. If you come across a company that primarily offers accounting or bookkeeping services, but is also promoting CFO services, that's a red flag. Bookkeepers are great at managing past and current financial numbers, but they often lack the experience needed to forecast future performance and develop operational strategies. On the other hand, CFOs tend to focus on high-level financial management, often distancing themselves from day-to-day operations. When searching for a fractional controller, look for someone who emphasizes both short and long-term business and financial strategy, not just number crunching. Now, let's talk about networks. One of the biggest benefits of hiring a fractional controller is the high-value introductions and connections they can provide. When you partner with a fractional controller group that has multiple controllers and rich business networks, you open doors to opportunities that can drive your business forward. So, when you're vetting potential fractional controllers, ask about their networks. Who can they connect you with? How can they leverage their relationships to benefit your business? If they can't answer these questions, it's time to keep looking. And speaking of looking, always ask for case studies and referrals. The fractional controller is a significant investment in your business, and you want to ensure you're making the right choice. If you can't find case studies or reviews on their website that demonstrate their success, that's a warning sign. Look for evidence of strong forecasting experience and a capacity to provide impactful strategic advice. You want someone who has a proven track record of helping businesses like yours thrive. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, cost. If you come across a fractional controller offering services for less than $3,000 a month, proceed with caution. Generally, controller services at that price point indicate inexperience or a lack of true controller capabilities. Would you hire a CEO coach with little to no experience running successful companies? Of course not. Your fractional controller should be someone who can transform your financial strategy and drive growth, but they can only do that if they have the expertise and background to back it up. Another critical point is whether you should hire a fractional controller company or a freelancer. While a freelancer might seem like a cost-effective option, hiring a fractional controller services company gives you access to the collective knowledge, networks, and experience of multiple controllers. This means you're not just getting one person's expertise, you're tapping into a wealth of resources that can provide a more comprehensive approach to your financial strategy. So, how long should you expect a fractional controller agreement to last? Typically, engagements range from 3 months to 5 years, with many arrangements lasting indefinitely. Most companies find that after their initial engagement, they want to continue working with their fractional controller to maintain the growth and success they've achieved. A fractional controller will help align your books and operation, build forecasting around your business drivers, and train an in-house financial team member to take over those duties when the time is right. They're not just there for a quick fix, they're your partner in long-term success. But here's the kicker, fractional controllers differ from short-term consultants or financial strategy advisors. While consultants may provide a framework or initial strategy. A fractional controller designs and implements the financial systems and processes aligned with your strategy. They oversee the impact of those changes and manage progress, ensuring that your business is on the right track. Now, let's talk about the factors that influence how much a fractional controller costs. The complexity of your financials plays a significant role. Larger companies with more intricate financial operations will typically incur higher costs. If your business is growing quickly, the interplay of systems and cash flow becomes more complicated, which means you'll need a controller who can navigate that complexity effectively. Additionally, if your current financial and operational systems aren't sufficient to manage your growth, your fractional controller may need to implement new systems. This process can be intensive, often requiring in-person training and oversight, which can drive up costs. It's important to understand that the more hands-on your fractional controller needs to be, the higher the investment will likely be. And let's not forget about supporting team members. Depending on the services your fractional controller provides, you may need additional expertise to implement the financial strategy effectively. This could involve working with your in-house accounting department or utilizing the controller's team of expert bookkeepers and controllers. The more support you need, the more it can influence the overall cost. As we wrap up, let's go over some additional tips to ensure you're getting a real fractional controller. First, ask about their experience. A legitimate fractional controller will have worked with businesses of all sizes and industries. They should be able to provide you with references from past clients. If they can't, that's a red flag. Second, get everything in writing. Before you hire someone, make sure you have a clear agreement outlining their rates, scope of work, and expectations. This will help avoid misunderstandings down the line. Lastly, do your research. There are plenty of fractional controller firms out there, so take the time to find one that's a good fit for your business. Look for red flags, such as a reluctance to provide references, and an inability to outline a detailed scope of work, or an unwillingness to sign a contract. If you encounter any of these, it's a clear sign to keep searching. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that you're hiring a real fractional controller who will help your business succeed. Remember, this is an investment in your future. The right fractional controller can be a game changer, providing the strategic insight and operational expertise you need to thrive. So take your time, do your due diligence, and don't settle for anything less than what your business truly deserves. You've got this.